Rise and Shine Rwanda, it's Monday the 9th of November 2015.
Good morning, it's just after 7 o'clock in the morning and you're watching Rise and Shine Rwanda with me, Ivan Magwene.
And me, Yvette Chimbusho.
Over the next hour, we'll bring you all the latest news, sports and business headlines from here in Rwanda and around the world. So Yvette, what do you have for us today?
Well, today there are 20 licenses, actually, yes, I think about 20 licenses that have been granted to 20 mining companies. So I'll tell you more about that later.
All right, Sherry, what do you have for us in the world of entertainment?
And let's say Heineken is launching a new campaign, very exciting, something that everyone is probably looking up to, and I'll tell you more about that.
All right, Moses, I just want to know more about sports now.
A lot to talk about last weekend. APL won to put them on third on table, and of course many European games has happened. Chelsea lost again, and in France Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored to put PSG on topping the table. More to talk in details.
Well, all that, more and still to come, but first, Rise and Shine story of the day. The idea of establishing special economic zones in Rwanda took shape in 2006, but the actual implementation took off in 2008. The Special Economic Zones program is designed to address domestic private sector constraints such as availability of industrial and commercial land, availability and the cost of energy, limited transport linkages, market access and reduced bureaucracy, and availability of skills. The Rwanda Special Economic Zone has been designed and developed to match the international standards and accelerate the economic development of the country. In our today's story of the day, we take a look at what have been the benefits of this establishment.
What do they find there? They find a modern road network, tarmac, throughout, but they also find fiber optic for fast internet, but also they do find a central sewage system to ensure a clean and green industrial area in the framework of our EDPRS too.
Industrial park is coming. What we were very surprised was the level of development. The roads were in place, electricity was already here, water was already here. It's like you just have to come, you start constructing, and then you can start your work. Many times what will happen, you will construct everything, then you're running around. Now I need electricity, now I need water. The good thing with this special economic zone here is that everything is already in place.
We have different customers, even for some big companies, they buy for high building. Also some private, they build a small house for themselves.
Cyambere ubumenyi bwanjye bwariyongereye, natangiye kwiga imashini nyigishwa n'umushinwa, ariko umaze gufata experience mu rwego rwo hejuru ku buryo nanjye nshobora kuyisetinga ukama size y'urupapuro iyo ariyo yose nka settinga nkakora envelope nkayi.
Wow, a whole special economic zone just in Rwanda.
Yes, actually.
What is happening there? What is it?
Well, the whole idea came up in 2006, but the whole implementation took off in around 2008, and and then it all started in 2011. But I won't give you much about the history. I'll give you much of why is it so important for Rwanda. For so many people, when you are going up country, as you're going to the sides of Kayonza, you might see a certain beautiful infrastructure on the certain hills over Kigali, but you don't understand why is it that it looks like that. Well, the answer is simple. There's a special economic zone where Rwanda has tried all its best to establish a place where foreign direct investment could easily be accessible. And now providing such a ground where there is electricity, infrastructure in terms of roads, in terms of energy, is the ground that has been laid for all these people that have all these beautiful projects or investment that they want to bring in, but find it hard because people have to go through a lot of bureaucracy and all that kind of information, and to get all the papers work, and then to get the water, the energy. All those problems are solved by now. So the only thing you have to do is maybe get up your startup business papers, and then at the end of the day, you have land and the infrastructure waiting for you.
Wow.
Yes.
So what takes place? Who or what kind of infrastructure is going on at the moment? Are there people that are within the textile business?
Yes.
Exactly who is?
So basically, the main target for the special economic zone prior to what the government says is the agro-processing, ICT hub, cold storage, horticulture, textiles, and also maybe and also petroleum storage. So these are the main targets for now. But as for now, the special economic zone has gone through certain phases, which now there's phase 1 and phase 2, but then phase 3 is soon coming. But with that also, we have seen that certain investors have started taking advantage of the land and use the infrastructure. We've seen companies like Azam, we've seen companies like Matela Dodoma. We've seen countries, very many companies. We have the Beijing Paper Corporation working on that. So most of these companies and investors have started looking at the opportunities on that same infrastructure and taking advantage of it.
Okay, so let's say I'm an investor or I have a business and I'm not Rwandese and I come to Rwanda, and let's say it has to do with tiles or something, or let's say petroleum. But I need a place to be able to storing all this petrol.
Yes.
So the economic free zone, a special zone, is where I can go to find all these things.
Basically, if you want a place where your petroleum storage is going to be easily accessible and transport and everything and safety too, the only place you can go to is the special economic zone. But not only that, maybe people might think it's only for the Rwanda's priority, but another thing that I want to point out is that the special economic zone is targeting a very huge market. If you look at, for example, the COMESA market has more than 20 countries.
Yes.
All these countries, we have, for example, we have Burundi, we have Congo, the Eastern Congo, which is kind of isolated from Kinshasa. So all that needs Rwanda's help in terms of exports. And having the special economic zone means you're going to boost certain routes. The Northern Corridor, you're going to boost the Congo trade with Rwanda.
Yes.
You're going to boost Burundi's trade. And also remember that we're in the East African community. We have around 120 million population that needs all these services.
Yes.
The economy is going to boom. With the special economic zone being in Kigali, in the middle center, I believe there's no way to go other than the economic growth.
Once again, you always answer the question that I did not ask, but now we know what it means for Rwanda as a whole in the Rwandan economy, and we also know what it means for the East African community.
Of course.
All right, thank you.
All right. You're watching Rise and Shine Rwanda. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Here is to traveling and saving. Starting 1st of April to the 1st of June, travel with Rwanda and take advantage of our reduced fares and enjoy our world-class services in great comfort and safety.
Fly our dream to the heart of Africa.
Okay, let's get to this business. Yvette Shumbusho has the details.
Business stories making headlines today. Electronic commerce is relatively new in Rwanda, but the sector is growing as local tech startups and international players enter the marketplace, attracted by adoption of new technologies in the country. Increasing mobile payment, internet use, convenience, lack of scaled retailers, and also reduced cost, which makes it easy to start an e-commerce company, as well as the growing middle class, are factors that analysts attribute to the online commerce growth. One of the Vision 2020 pillars to build a knowledge-based economy is anchored in the development of e-commerce. E-commerce players say that there are many opportunities in the country, but with some shortcomings since online shopping is still a new thing. Rwanda will have to dig deeper in the pockets and mobilize more funds from the development partners if it is to establish a functional export credit guarantee scheme, which is needed to plug the financing needs of Rwandan exporters. The government, in partnership with the Exim Bank of India, is in the initial stages of establishing a credit guarantee scheme that is tailored to the financing needs of local exporters. However, this will require a bigger financial cover than what is available. The mining sector alone needs between $250 to $300 million of credit guarantee to service its financing needs. Rwanda's Ministry of Natural Resources has granted mining licenses to 20 companies and cooperatives that are among the list of 20 approved by the cabinet. The 29 licenses have a total value of 7 billion Rwandan francs spanning 5 years. They are the first to be issued under the new Mining Inquiry Law of May 20th, 2014 and ministerial orders. One small-scale mining license, 17 mineral exploration license, and 11 quarry license have been approved. To get a license, one must first register a company in Rwanda, provide a digital map of the area applied for, and provide business and action plans with an application letter. Welcome back to Rise and Shine, and joining us in studio is the founder and CEO of Gross Wheels. Welcome to the show, Gael Murara.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thanks
it's so
for
good.
having me.
No problem. So tell us exactly, what is Gross Wheels?
So Gross Wheels is the first online grocery delivery store in Rwanda. We have a website platform, and people are able to order their groceries, and we deliver them to their place. As simple as that.
Oh, perfect. So tell us a brief history of how you started.
Okay, I started Gross Wheels in January 2015. I was working in the energy sector as an engineer, and I would travel in the upcountry pretty often. Then I noticed my driver would always buy foodstuff on the way. And when I asked him why, he told me it's because the food actually costs almost twice as much in Kigali than in the upcountry. Okay. So I'm a very curious guy, so I went on the food market the next day to notice it myself. And I also noticed that prices change according to the clients. Then you have customers who have to go from places to get like a full shopping cart. And this very intrigued me. On the other hand, you have society is changing. So people, households now rely on two incomes. They have a lot of expenses. Life in Kigali is very expensive.
Yes.
So what happens is we want to offer them a solution to help them save time, but also save money.
Okay.
So that's how we started Gross Wheels.
Okay, great. When I asked you about how exactly it works, from how people get to order and how it is delivered, you showed me a very interesting clip. Here is a short clip and just how Gross Wheel works. Take a look.
Why add groceries to your daily stress? Why add traffic, comparing prices, checking quantities, or even last-minute groceries to your already busy schedule. Let Grosswheels take care of that for you. Grosswheels is a new service in Kigali, Rwanda, tailored to make your life easier. How? Simply by shopping and delivering your groceries directly to your home or office. Yes, no more traffic jams, no more crowded stalls, no more price negotiations. Just the freshest and best quality produce on the market, delivered right to your door, starting as low as 1,000 Rwandan francs. We at Grosswheels guarantee fresh products at competitive prices, brought to you with professionalism and care. Our aim? To help you save time and money. Simply visit grosswheels.com, fill in your shopping cart, choose a delivery time and a payment method, and we'll take care of the rest. You can pay with cash on delivery, request a POS, or use mobile money. Don't let groceries routine prevent you from precious moments in life.
What is the website again?
www.grosswheels.com. Grosswheels, let your groceries come to you.
So that was very interesting with the characters and everything.
Awesome,
Yeah. Okay, so the next question I have for you is, you told me, well, I read in an article, Disrupt Africa, and you told them that there was a trial period where 25 customers were involved. Could you just share with us exactly what took place?
Okay, so pretty much what we did in about February 2015, I decided to implement the idea after all the observations I made. I kept going to the market, I kept doing for 10-month market study, and then I was ready to implement the idea. In February 2015, I just shot like 1,000 of emails, and then inviting people to try the service, to send us emails every Friday, so we could deliver the groceries on Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay.
And then by March, I had 1 customer, then 2, then 3, and 25 customers after two months who had already tried the service at least once. This was very interesting. It motivated us to keep doing it. So I thought it would be maybe better to have a website.
Yes.
So while we kept doing the trial period, delivering on weekends, I started developing the websites. People started hearing about us. There were some reservations, however, because of this new service that no one had tried. We were only delivering on weekends, so we couldn't accommodate all the customers. But you know, the goal was actually to provide a business that is efficient, that is reliable, and at the end of the day, we wanted to deliver like quality products. All this 10 months led to this day when groceries.com is online. We have amazing feedbacks. We have this beautiful website that we built. We're very proud of it. The customers are happy. We're growing, and it's kind of exciting actually.
And everything is done online.
Everything is done online, or people can still call us. They can still send us an SMS, or even like a WhatsApp message with their order. The main idea about the website, which is our main platform, if I can say that, is that people get the prices, and since prices they change every day to match the market the market prices, and also you can get like coupons. You can get the deals of the days. You can interact more with your groceries, and you can just come to shop one thing and end up with the full shopping cart.
Yes,
it's really the showcase of everything you can do online today.
Okay, that gets me wondering. I mean, the internet penetration has increased since the 2000s, but still, I mean, people are not able to even own a computer, or let alone a smartphone, or even have access to internet. So what can you do or make certain that people understand Grosswheels and are even able to access it?
Okay, the first thing we did was also like keep the phone and the SMS and the WhatsApp platform as well. And we are working to develop a mobile app that will lower the data usage required to grocery shop on our website. Also, we truly believe that, you know, people buy groceries at least once a week.
Yes.
So there's an amazing opportunity here for telecom companies and internet providers to actually partner with us and make, for example, our website free when it comes to data. People coming more and more on internet to order items they will need on their daily lives. This changes the games completely. Because now, by inviting them with a free service online, they will create more users, and at the end of the day, it will benefit them. And you know, in Rwanda, you have many places with free internet. You have internet cafe that are very affordable now, so people can go there and order. And also, when you see the success of like WhatsApp and Twitter in Rwanda, I'm pretty convinced that the internet penetration is actually bigger than we think, and it will just keep increasing, and we just want to be on that wave that will make us grow with it.
So you're based in Kigali?
We are based in Kigali.
Okay, so because I was thinking about even outside Kigali, and I'm thinking many people don't have WhatsApp there, but I mean, if it's based in Kigali, then
for now we're based in Kigali because that's where like our typical customer lives. In the next month, we will see if it's relevant or not to expand in the rest of Rwanda, but we are focused on Kigali for now.
For now.
Yeah.
And so earlier on, you were just saying how that people don't really have access to information on best products at the best prices, and maybe they have to actually make multiple trips in order to fill a shopping cart. So how is Grosswheel a solution to that problem?
Okay, so by shopping on groceries.com, you will have in one place everything you need on your daily on the daily.
Yeah, on the daily.
So you will be able at your fingertip without moving to have groceries delivered to your door, to your office, or anywhere else you want in Kigali at a very competitive price. And that will allow people to actually regain control of their time. They will be able to save time. They will be able to spend more time with their families. They can engage in doing more new activities. And all that will also help them save money, because now that they are tracking the expenses, households and businesses, because we also sell businesses, will be able to track their expenses, which will lead to saving money.
Okay, and what's the fee, for example, if you deliver to homes?
We charge 1,100 francs per delivery.
1,000. So it doesn't matter where you are?
It doesn't matter where you are.
As long as you're in Kigali?
As long as you're in Kigali, of course, yeah.
Okay, any future plans? What is going on in Grosswheels right now?
Well,
have you started kicking up? How many customers do you have?
We launched the website 2 weeks ago, as you said. We'll have like almost 2,000 views in 2 weeks, which is very awesome. We are working on a mobile app. We are also working on extending our product catalog.
Okay.
We are working on adding new services. We have the new service called Gross Meals. So you'll be able actually to shop by your meal. So you will choose a meal, and in that case, we'll either send you a cook at your place, like a chef, to cook them for you, or for the more like the more experienced of us, we will just send you like small packages of all the pre-sized and pre-measured ingredients, so it will be making cooking easier. We are also working on developing our delivery service, so be able to deliver every day 24/7, being able to deliver the same day, because now we deliver only after 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
So we're actually expanding all the offer we can do to actually match the world population, to match their needs, and to actually give them back control on what they want when they want.
Okay, I wanted to also ask you, how many customers do you have so far?
So far, we have about 30 to 40 customers.
Really?
Yeah.
In just like 2 weeks?
Well, we've been doing it. When you add the 25 first customers,
they were so happy they stayed.
The 10 new ones, and it will keep expanding.
Yeah, definitely. That is such a good idea.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So you're now up to date with business news. Up next is sports news with Moses Birikunzira.
Here is to traveling and saving. Starting 1st of April to the 1st of June, travel with Rwanda and take advantage of our reduced fares and enjoy our world-class services in great comfort and safety.
Fly our dream to the heart of Africa.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Rwanda. Time now for your sports news. I'm Moses Birikunzira. Starting with local football, APL won to go third on the league table. Defending champions APL FC defeated bottom side IS Muhanga 3-1 to go into the third position with 18 points. Level with second place Lion Sports, who won 2-0 against Sunrise on Friday. Midfielder Jean-Claude Ilanzi netted a brace, while striker Benabe Mubumji added another to guide the military side to victory in the Azam Rwanda Premier League match. Played on Saturday at Chichichiro Stadium, leaders AS Kigali also have 18 points but have played a game less after their encounter with Musanze FC was postponed due to Saturday afternoon heavy downfall. The league will resume on December 12th. Now onto the European football. No Mourinho, no points, no hope, as Chelsea suffered the 7th defeat of the season. The season from hell goes on Chelsea as the international break looms. The traditional sacking window for owners, manager Jose Mourinho must wait to see whether Roman Abramovich considers him fit to continue. Never before in Abramovich's era has a Chelsea team lost 3 successive Premier League matches, and never before in his career has Mourinho lost 7 league games. Strange to relate as Marko Arnautovic superbly executed volley in the 52nd minute was well deserved. Elsewhere, Manchester United won 2-0 against West Bromwich. And in League One, Zlatan Ibrahimovic Blaze inspires PSG to 13-point clear at the top of League One. It took PSG's all-time leading goal scorer only 18 minutes to score 2 goals in a game PSG crashed to Toulouse 5-0 to move provisionally 13 points clear on Lyon at the top of French league table on Saturday. Ibrahimovic has 9 goals in 8 games, and Bayern Munich needed only 45 minutes to beat Stuttgart 4-0 on Saturday. Rwanda Open 2015 started on Friday at Kigali Golf Club, and I was at Kigali Golf Course to bring you the biggest tournament on the calendar year in the golf game. Take a look. The biggest golf tournament of the year has happened, and golfers from Rwanda and Burundi region in different categories, both amateurs and professionals, have gathered at Kigali Golf Club to compete for gold and cash prizes. The competition that is scheduled from 6th to 14th of November has attracted more than 150 golfers and 111 golf teams of countries like Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Kenya, Ethiopia, DR Congo, and Rwanda. Because of the large number of golfers that to play the competition, and the fact that having Kigali Golf Course is under development, the competition was divided into 2 categories: February and women event. The subsequent group handicap 10 to 38 and seniors of 855 and above played on Friday and Saturday. To win the Rio Challenge will start next week from Wednesday 11 to 14, when another group of handicap 0 to 9 and professionals from all the region will compete for 2015 top prizes. Some of the elite players expected to grace this year's edition include Rwanda's top 3 professionals, Jean-Baptiste Sumana and champion, who is currently based in the United States, Emmanuel Kenya, Alex Lasenga, as well as Uganda's duo appropriate and Kenya's S. David Odinga.
The tournament, we are looking at having a big number, especially in the main group, which will be attracting the professional body and the amateur from handicap 9 up to and below. So we anticipate to have more than 70 golfers or 80, because most of them will be coming in a little bit early in preparation for the East African Golf Challenge. For instance, East African Golf Challenge, each country brings in about 9 players. So if all of them come in early and try to acclimatize with the situation or the environment, then we anticipate to be having like 66 players available to be playing golf during that time. That is only from the invited players. Yes, I do feel that Rwandans can really play very well. For instance, Hakizimana has just jetted into the country, that on Sunday, and he's upbeat. I've seen his game on the course. He's likely really to defend his title, and I have no doubt that maybe the experience he's gained from the US can help him to really regain his title. With our amateurs, yes, I really have high hopes that our amateurs are going to go back and tussle it. It may not be easy, but I believe they have been training for the last 3 months for the East African Challenge, so they can really put up a big fight. And I anticipate that we could get 1 or 2, 3 from our amateurs taking up the same titles.
Kigali Golf Club in Nyarutarama, Rwanda Open 2015 has kicked off on yesterday, on Friday, where Rwandans international golfers has gathered here at Kigali Golf Club to play the 2015 Rwanda Open. Here are the prizes that you can see all of you. Many prizes are up for grabs. International players plus professional players who are coming. Also in regional, there are many players to look after, including our very own Jean-Baptiste Hakizimana, Emmanuel Ruterana, Ernest Ndaisenga, and also our Rwanda national golf team at Kigali Golf Club. Moise Birikunzira, Rise and Shine Rwanda. And joining me in the studio now is Mr. Anthony Olwiti, the captain of Kigali Golf Club, and Mr. Jean-Baptiste Hakizimana, the Rwanda #1 professional golfer who is playing his trade in the United States. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Starting with Mr. Anthony Olwiti, the captain. Now, the Rwanda Open 2015 has started, and what is your perspective on the tournament?
Well, if by perspective you mean how is this tournament looking compared to other tournaments or compared to what we expected, it's looking really great. It's fantastic. This year it's special because we are not only having the Rwanda Open, Rwanda is hosting the East African Challenge, which is an inter-country tournament that brings together national teams from across East Africa. And these are Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and we have also been joined by Ethiopia and Sudan and DRC. And so it's a very special golfing season for us in relation to all other seasons. This one combined with the East African Challenge is a bit more special.
Wow. Now we have seen the rise of certain professional golfers, including Mr. John Batista and Emmanuel Ruterana and Ernest. But for the last 5 years, we haven't seen other professional players, amateur golfers stepping up from the amateur category to the professional level. So as the captain of Kigali Golf Club and on behalf of the club, what are you trying to do to help those young people step up?
Well, first, I think it's not quite 5 years. For a very long time, until 5 years ago, we had only 2 professionals, and that was Jean-Baptiste and Emmanuel, who is not here now.
Yes.
And 5 years ago, we got 2 new entrants. You mentioned Ernest,
yes,
and we also have Olivier. So we actually have four professionals. Talking about stepping up, the step up from being amateur to professional involves a couple of things, which I could describe where we are at on the road to getting more professionals into the ranks with Jean-Baptiste. We've got the first thing is talent, of course. The skill set is what marks the professional from the amateurs. There is also a tradition, a lifestyle that you have to adopt. There's a discipline, because being a professional means it's a career sport for you. It's no longer a leisure sport. It's a career sport. It's serious business.
Absolutely.
And so you have routines, drills, diet. There's so many things. Jean-Baptiste might talk about his training plan. There's a program that you have to be a part of. It becomes your life. And when you're taking that step, you make adjustments. But the first step is the skill set. And as you know, golf is a game that measures level of experience and skill. There is a level at which you are a zero handicapper, meaning you are at par with the course. and at that level you are about ready to try for the pros. Now the trial we're talking about is a trial in specified tournaments which test your performance against other professionals, and when you get that test, when you pass that test, you're enrolled in the professional association. Now we have up to 10 golfers, young ones, who are almost ready to take that test. They will probably take it after this Rwanda Open, and that test is still run in Uganda.
Yes.
So we would have to wait and see how they perform in the Rwanda Open. To answer your question very specifically, we're very close to having up to 5 more pros in the next 1 or 2 years.
I can't wait to see the likes of Emmanuel Rutaisire and
Exactly.
Aphrodis and Nkurunziza Leonard and those young guys stepping up to the professional
Absolutely, and you'll see them. So you will see them performing because the names you've mentioned. These guys are actually representing Rwanda. They'll be playing for Rwanda's national team in the East Africa Challenge in 2 weeks' time.
Absolutely. Yeah. And now, so many people would want to come and watch the golf while happening. Next week is going to be, actually this week is going to be the elite level of serious amateurs plus professionals. So in the United States and all around the world, we see Galilee coming up and support the players.
Yes.
So our very own Batista is back in the country. So now, as the club, do you plan something that fans can come and cheer their stars playing?
Well, for one thing, it is not just golf being played on the course. There's a lot of activity at the club as well. It's a country club. We've got a nice restaurant, and we've got a bar, and we will have different things that the sponsors have set up to entertain those who are coming to watch. Those who will be playing are the minority. The majority played over this weekend.
Yes.
And then the half of us, as you mentioned, the higher skilled players are the ones who are playing higher level contest. But everybody else, first, we've already got up to 100 golfers who have already played their part in the Open and are coming to watch the rest. Now, there are also non-golfers who we would like to invite to come and enjoy themselves. It's always every golfer, even Jean Baptiste, became a golfer by first coming to watch to see what happens at the golf club, and it's actually fun. So there's lots to do there.
You just kicked to my last question that people think they tend to think that golf is for a certain group of people, and this question always comes up, and this is a chance for you now to tell all people who are willing to join the golf and start playing golf. Now, what do you think they can do so that they change that understanding, that perspective?
Well, if I can read your smile, that perspective is most people think golf is a boring game for old rich people with not much to do with their leisure time. But golf actually is a sport. For one thing, a round of golf is equivalent to a 10-kilometer walk. But this is not just a walk, because you're walking and you're swinging and you're climbing hills, because we don't flatten out the course. It sits on over 120 acres. And it's a walk up and down and across rivers. Sometimes people swim, depends on how badly you're playing.
Perfect.
So it's 10 kilometers for those who play straight, for the professionals.
All right.
But for the amateurs, it may be a bit more because there's zigzag playing. But besides that, on a very serious note, it's not as cranked out. It's not as much as it's cranked out to be. It's a sport that you can actually start at no high cost. Cost is the biggest worry. It's not as expensive as we all think. We all used to think that. Even ask any golfer, they used to think that. When they tried it, they found that it's not as bad as it looks. And we actually have facilities, incentives for new golfers, especially ladies. We're trying to encourage ladies to join the sport, so to increase Rwanda's representation, because the ladies golfing world is also growing.
Perfect.
Yeah, and there is, of course, more information. This is a nice weekend for anybody to come and find out more about how to join.
All right.
No one regrets it.
All right. Now, heading to Jean-Baptiste, our very own. Welcome back home, sir. You've been away for some time. You've been playing your trade in Dubai and United States. Now you come back in Rwanda to defend your title, which is Rwanda Open. Now, can you tell us about a little bit about how are you prepared for this tournament and what your fans should look after?
What I can say, as you said, I've been playing in different countries, especially like in the United States, which is actually the golf came from UK, but now most of the best golfers, they came from US.
Yeah.
So in the US, there's a lot of opportunities to, to make it, to become in PGA Tour, which is where the Tiger Woods is playing. So that is my goal. And then I have been practicing so much, and then I met different coaches up there. So my game is getting there, and then I'm trying to practicing with my colleagues, as you said, Emmanuel Terana and Ernest and Olivier. So, we work together, and then I hope this time even the trophy to remain here as we did last year.
Wow, that was a very good statement. Now, the thing, what I'm bringing back is, he mentioned that becoming a professional requires a lot of effort. There is more of practices. There's so much to do. So, what is your message to you other players who are willing to be like you are, and what can you help them?
What I can say, it's any sport. You have to spend most of the time on the course. Practicing different shots. Different shots, and then you have to have a discipline, as the way the captain said. First of all, you have to like the game. So if you want to become a real professional golfers, it's your work, it's your job. So it's like you wake up in the morning, it's like you go on the golf course, on the driving range, hit balls, spend all day there. It's like you came in the office. That's our work. So that's the thing I can say for these youngsters who's going to come up, so they can join me on the driving range, and then we can work together.
All right, thank you so much, gentlemen. I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see you winning this tournament, and I'm fancying you to win it. And I'll be right there to support you with the rest of the people who are around the country, and also, of course, the golf fans. All right, thank you so much. That is what we had for you for your sports news. Thank you so much.
Let's take a look now at news making headlines here in Rwanda and around the world.
President Paul Kagame has thanked Rwandans who demonstrated exceptional courage in building post-genocide Rwanda and urged all citizens to keep working together for the country's positive transformation. The head of state delivered the message while speaking in Kigali at the event to recognize 17 people who performed outstanding acts of humanity in helping some Rwandans to either survive the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi or promoting unity among all citizens. Selected from across the country and locally referred to as Abarinzi b'Igihango, protectors of Friendship Pact, the 17 people received Unity Awards from the National Unity and Reconciliation Commission and the Unity Club, an organization of current and former senior government leaders and their spouses.
RDF conducts relief in place operation for its troops in peacekeeping missions. Rwanda Defense Forces started a relief in place operation for its troops deployed in peacekeeping missions. The first bunch of 5 infantry battalion troops left Kigali on Friday for Malakal in UN peacekeeping missions in South Sudan, where they're replacing 35 infantry battalion that returned recently. Major General Alexis Kagame, the 4th Division commander who represented the Chief of Defense Staff, welcomed the returning UN MISS peacekeepers and congratulated them for their accomplished missions. Those leaving for mission were urged to be good ambassadors of the country and accomplish their mission with professionalism.
And in regional news, scores of people are leaving their homes in Burundi's capital ahead of a promised government crackdown. A cycle of violence began in April when protests against President Pierre Nkurunziza's third-term bill. Mr. Nkurunziza gave a deadline of midnight on Saturday for Burundians to hand in illegal farms or face being dealt with as enemies of the nation. The violence, in which close to 200 people have been killed, began in April when the president and said he would stand again.
And in international news, Myanmar votes in first open election in 25 years. Voting was brisk with many people emerging smiling from polling stations. Aung San Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy, NLD, is expected to win the most parliamentary seats, although she is barred from the presidency. The military-backed Union Solidarity Development Party has been in power since 2011. Large crowds gathered in Yangon as Ms. Suu Kyi arrived to cast her vote.
Okay, lots more still to come. We take a look at what's hot right now in our daily debate section, Hot Topics. We'll be right back.
Here is to traveling and saving. Starting 1st of April to the 1st of June, travel with Rwanda and take advantage of our reduced fares and enjoy our world-class services in great comfort and safety.
Fly our dream to the heart of Africa.
Following the premiere of James Bond's Spectre movie over the world, Bralirwa, through its flagship brand Heineken, on Thursday launched a campaign called Open Bond's World. Speaking at a press conference, the marketing director, for Heineken, Rwanda, Julius Kayowoke, told journalists that the campaign and movie premiere was a way to give back to Heineken consumers, and that James Bond is popular here in Rwanda, so Rwandans would be interested in the campaign.
James Bond.
Yes, I think you're aware about the movie coming up next week.
I can't wait.
We're so excited about it. So, I mean, who would have thought about this, you know?
I wouldn't have, but I know Heineken does sponsor the James Bond movie and has been doing so for the past, I think, 7 years or something.
Yeah, ever
like
since
that.
it's been in existence.
So what should we be expecting from Bralirwa?
Well, let's just say the campaign, you know, it's going to be so exciting because they're looking for a character that looks like James Bond.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, does he have to be Caucasian?
No.
Oh,
you
okay.
just have to know James Bond very well. That
okay.
means you have watched all the movies or you have enough information. So you have to know what's Bond's favorite car, what's Bond's favorite outfit.
And what's his agent's name?
Yeah, what's his agent, you know? So all that is going to really determine the winner, and it's going to run for 8 weeks. The first and second one have been running so far, and it's just amazing.
So what does this Rwandan James Bond get? Are there any prizes?
There's definitely going to be prizes. It's going to be a trip to Europe. I don't know where exactly.
Oh yes, I remember.
There's
I think
this country.
It's in Spain.
It's in Spain.
Yes,
okay,
it's in Spain.
close.
It's
in
called.
Europe.
I forgot the name.
Okay, I
Never
forgot
mind.
the name, but it's a really
very
nice
cool.
place.
Oh, Ibiza.
Ibiza, exactly. It's going to
the
be in
party
Ibiza,
place.
so it's definitely everyone wants to go to Ibiza. I mean, you want to go to
Of
Ibiza,
course
right?
I
For
do.
free.
Wait,
So-
are ladies supposed?
Yes, ladies can also be. They can also be part of it.
I think I might.
Yeah, so you can just go and so every other time they're going to announce where they're going to give out these tickets in bars and in restaurants. So it's all going to be very exciting. Welcome back, and it's that Hot Topics time again. As always, the Rise and Shine Rwanda team have been up and about gathering everything you need to know about what's happening here and abroad, from what's trending on Twitter to the debates in your local cafe. So we've got it all for you right here, right now. So to begin with, I think we're all aware about the elections in Tanzania. So at around 11:17 a.m., and that's Tanzanian local time, it was announced on the public address system inside the Uhuru Stadium that President Kagame's convoy had arrived. So there was silence. Then after about a minute, Kagame emerged from his car. As his image appeared on the screens, I mean, because it's a big stadium, so there are screens everywhere, there was a sudden break into cheering, dancing, drumming throughout the next few minutes as President Kagame was ushered up to the stairs. So the upload did not die down until he took his seat. So inside the stadium, which is Uhuru Stadium, President Kagame had a front row seat. Now, in the world of diplomacy, this is what it means. It is a clear indication that the new dispensation wants a clean break from the confrontational attitude of the outgoing establishment. Now, let me just explain this in a simple language.
Yeah, that was a lot to take.
Yeah, you gave me the look. So basically, I think we know the history, not really the history, but the kind of relationship Rwanda has had with Tanzania in the past few years, about 3 to 5 years. It hasn't been really good.
It's not been.
Yeah, and not just with Rwanda, but I think Tanzania with every other East African country. And so we're all aware about the new president, actually, President John Pombe Magufuli.
Yes.
And he had his inauguration on Thursday. And many presidents were there. There was President Uhuru, Kenyatta was there. There was Zuma there. There was Uncle Bob. We call him Uncle Bob. Uncle Bob was there. You know, the turn-up was real, basically. Yeah. So, but this, we don't forget the East African legend. No. So, when he showed up, when they showed him coming out of his convoy, coming out of his car, the upload was amazing. You know, people were really excited to see him. So it was really a good turn up. and it went so well. And rumor has it, which is a very good rumor, that this might be a new relationship between Tanzania and Rwanda, not just Rwanda, but even East Africa. So we're waiting to see if it's going to be part of the East African community. Moses, what are your views?
It's very good sign, and we really need that relationship because Tanzania is holding on a border, and more of many trade is passing through the Indian Sea through Tanzania and Rwanda and Uganda, and so now the transport has been very expensive for Rwanda. That for the last few years when we were not in a good collaboration with the Tanzania. So it's very important for us to rebuild that relationship as a country and East African community in general. So that upload was it was a sign that Mr. Magufuli is ready to rebuild that relationship that has been not there for the last few years.
Yes. No, definitely. I think I loved it. I watched a bit of it and I heard so many people talk about it, and I think it was amazing how you can see that the Tanzanian people are willing to also open their arms to Rwandese people as well, and it's a beautiful thing.
Well, for me, I can't wait to see Magufuli for the next term. I mean, for real, I think, okay, let the chaos be there. We had issues, but at the end of the day, this is a new regime. We need to see something new. So I just can't wait to see what happens with our relations with Tanzania.
And lastly, let's just say congratulations to
Congratulations. Chama Chama Pendizi.
Don't forget, we love to hear your thoughts, comments, and feedback on what we're talking about on here in Rise and Shine Rwanda. Tweet us at Rise and Shine RW. Like us on Facebook and send us your ideas for programs. Check out our Rise and Shine YouTube page where you can catch all the reports and stories we do. Find us on Instagram. We'd love to see your pictures. And check out our Rise and Shine website, www.riseandshinerwanda.com. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We love to hear your feedback, and do let us know if you have any ideas for the programs. You've been watching Rise and Shine with me, Yvette Shimbusho.
And me, Ivan Magwene. We'll be at same time, same place tomorrow. Do join us then. But for now, from both of us and the rest of the Rise and Shine team, have a very good day. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.